Thank you, Attorney General DeWine. I want to thank you for initiating a long overdue examination of Ohio's foster care system. Throughout the Attorney General's career, he has been a champion for Ohio's children, so it's not surprising that he would choose to be at the forefront of this issue. While there are countless numbers of people who have dedicated their lives to providing high-quality care for our most vulnerable children, there are very few of them who would tell you that the system is not seriously in need of some sort of reform, intensive scrutiny of the nature that is being initiated here today. Every child deserves to belong to a loving, supportive family. Unfortunately, far too many of our children see that only as a dream that they hold silently in their hearts as they move from one family to another. Many children will grow up and age out of the system without ever experiencing the security of a permanent family. The Foster Care Advisory Group that the Attorney General created has now finished the first phase of their work. After several months of meeting on a bi-weekly schedule, they have issued a set of recommendations that hopefully will be swiftly adopted and begin moving many of our foster children closer to the dream of a permanent family. Many of these recommendations will need to be addressed by the Supreme Court of Ohio in their rulemaking capacity. Others will require various public and private agencies across Ohio to re-examine their processes and their policies. And some will require the General Assembly to act. I am honored to be a prime sponsor on the legislative side of this initiative. My colleague in the Ohio House, Representative Dorothy Pelanda, and I will move swiftly to complete the drafting of this legislation and invite our colleagues in the House and Senate to join us as co-sponsors. And I anticipate that many of them will come on board. We will probably be asking the advisory group to remain as an active partner in the process, as I have no doubt that the initial recommendations that came out of the task force will only serve as the beginning for things that we might address in this legislation in the end. I'm not going to go through the process of detailing what's going to be specifically in the legislation. I think as you read the report that's given to you, you can sort of identify those things that need legislative action. But what I can commit is my full attention, and this will be a priority piece of legislation for me going forward in the 130th General Assembly, and I know it will be for all of you. And we will be calling on each and every one of you in this room, probably, to help us make sure that this legislation passes before the end of the year. With that, I'd like to go ahead and introduce my colleague, Representative Pelanda.
Thank you. First of all, to our Attorney General Mike DeWine, and then thank you as well to Senator Lehner for their work on this issue today. As a domestic relations attorney for over 31 years, I became well versed in the issues surrounding foster care and the legal shortcomings of our current system, which do not serve the best interests of Ohio's foster children. My experience with foster children over the years inspired me to sponsor House Bill 14, which requires the immediate transfer of school records relative to a child's placement in foster care. I was proud to be appointed to the Foster Care Advisory Council earlier this year, and I am impressed with their dedication and hard work to reaching the place that we are here today. I'm also very proud to stand with Attorney General DeWine and State Senator Peggy Lehner in working towards the legislative aspect of this that is so very important in all of our efforts to remedy our legal system to serve Ohio families involved in foster care and to promote better outcomes and brighter futures for our foster children.